go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are looking at the newest addition to my collection. This one is off the back of the amazing Soleil Blanc, which was my first sniff of the Soleil line from Tom Ford. It was a little decant, but ooh, that Soleil Blanc, I was thinking, you know, straight up suntan lotion, beachy kind of thing, and it just brought me to an olfactory, mind-blowing experience. Soleil Blanc, go check it out if you haven't. You clicked on this video, go check out that video because it was my first sniff of this line. I don't think this one is going to get the rave review from me like Blanc did, but you never know. But I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be closer to a white floral coconut suntan lotion kind of vibe that the line is kind of known for. Blanc was much more than that. It's much more than just a summer fragrance, quote unquote. Now this one right here, let's introduce it. It's called Eau de Soleil Blanc. So a flanker, of course, I think it was the first flanker of Soleil Blanc. It was in the, kind of when Tom Ford didn't really know what to do with these kind of fragrances. They had a whole bunch of these O's in private blend bottles, but they weren't private blend. They were, you know, kind of signature line, but they've kind of rejigged these to have signature bottles. I don't know what's going on with the Tom Ford line when this kind of came out like this, but as you can see, there's no need for unboxing. I bought this in a mega Tom Ford haul. If you follow me, you know that I've spoken about this Tom Ford haul that I got on Facebook where I blind bought 3 to 5 Tom Fords, and yeah, blind bought them, kind of just going, let's see what we can get. And most of them are like signature. It wasn't private blends. And I think I got like up 5 bottles for like $2.50 or something. And again, they're partials, right? This one's a higher partial than I think some of them. So good bang for your buck. Like if you're kind of looking at the math, I probably paid like $50, $60 for this. So not a bad price for it. And we'll see what we get. Now this fragrance went from this private blend like bottle, even though technically didn't have private blend pricing, but it moved into the signature line. And I think that was just this year, actually, if my Rolodex serves me right. And a lot of you in the comments will correct me, but I think Eau de Soleil Blanc was now in a signature bottle in 2025, actually. So kind of note a timeline on this fragrance. I absolutely adore the frosted white bottle. When I saw that that person was selling this big, you know, 4 or 5 Tom Fords, this was one of the bottles that really caught my attention. Just the bottle alone. I didn't even care about the scent. I was just like frosted white. White is my color, if you didn't know. So I'm happy I got this frosted white glass because it looks beautiful. It's going to look good with my Tom Ford collection altogether. And a 100 ml bottle, kind of strange. I don't have too many of those. I think this is the second one that I'm getting. That is, I think the other one was Oud Wood Intense. So a jewel right there, Oud Wood Intense. But yeah, so let's delve into this one. Before we get into anything, of course, if you're new here, welcome to the Robe Zoe channel. I'm your host, Mark. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. Hitting like, also free. And what you're getting here is a fragrance reviewer that's all over the place. You're not going to see me with a free bottle brigade. I'm not in touch with companies. I don't get free bottles. I'm not going to hype things up just for funsies. This is a hobbyist channel. I don't care if you subscribe, you unsubscribe. I don't really care. Like the numbers aren't a thing for me. I'll review stuff that will get like 300 views on my channel. I don't care. I'm a hobbyist. This is, you know, this is not my full-time job. So, you know, you kind of need a couple reviewers like that. Maybe not me. I'm very blunt. You know, that's why I'm blacklisted. Definitely blacklisted by a lot of brands. That don't send him anything. He's way too honest. And yeah, I don't know how to sugarcoat things. Some other reviewers have that tactile feel now that they're like, yeah, you know, it's not for me, but, you know, I warm up to it. I learned to like it. Those kind of wording, right? I'm not learning to like anything. To the ones that return back to the channel, hey, Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for your support over the years, right? If you've been a subscriber of mine, if you're checking in daily, I'm doing daily videos basically now, but yeah, much appreciated to all your support, the ones that press like, that do subscribe, and that do comment. Although I do read a lot of, there's a lot of comments. You know, I'm a one-man show here. I try my best to reply back, but I read most, if not all, comments on my channel. So thank you so much. Now let's get into the note breakdown. Let's take a look at release date, nose, pricing, and all that before we crack her open. Let's take a look at the note breakdown. Fairly busy note breakdown. We got bitter orange, neroli, bergamot, citron, pistachio, petit grain, cardamom, pink pepper, and caraway. So, okay, spices, citruses, florals, pistachio, a little bit of green maybe. In the mid, we got tuberose, orange blossom, YLANG, jasmine, and galbanum. So a lot of florals there, some white florals, and of course some yellow florals, things like that. In the base, we have coconut, vanilla, tonka, amber, and benzoin. So coconut, of course, is that like that X factor note that everybody's looking at, but I'm looking at that vanilla, tonka, amber, benzoin. That's a lot of samesies, right? Like resins, vanillic things. We'll see what we get here. And I'm assuming it's not going to be too dense because it is the O of something. Like a Soleil Blanc, you know, I haven't had a full wearing of it. I haven't tested it out on my channel, but I'm assuming it is fairly light as is. So an O version of it will be actually even lighter. So this was released back in 2018. Nose Natalie Graciasetto, a Givaudan nose, if I'm correct. I think she returns as the original nose for Soleil Blanc, so it's nice to see that. I'm looking at pricing. I'm going to use the current pricing now. The signature line pricing, I believe it's $180 USD for retail for 100 ml of this stuff. And at discounters, you're not getting much of a discount, 130 to 170. If you find a 50 ml bottle, of course, it's going to be cheaper than that. So let's delve into this one and see what we get. We put it on strip first, but as a true reviewer, fact check your reviewers. Do they put it on skin or they just put it on strip? You got to put it on skin. So that's what I do. I usually put it on strip first and then I put it on skin. Kind of getting double duty here. Oh, she's bright. Citrusy's hitting me, but those white florals are already saying hello. Yeah, she's bright. Really well balanced. Tons of neroli in here. That's what's hitting me first. The neroli. The citron's popping in here, so like a flat lemon, but you're getting a little bit of that bergamot as well to give it some sparkle. Quite bright to open things up, and that's what I would assume with that top, those top notes in there. There is some spices there. I'm not getting much of that. It's mostly citrus and neroli, like it's that soapy kind of quality coming in. So let's put it on skin. And this is one of those that you probably can't overspray because it's so light. Yeah, citrusy. Well done. Natalie's an all-star perfumier. I love her work. And very bright, airy. I'm assuming the original would be a little more denser, probably more suntan lotion-ish. I can kind of see where the graduation of a flanker and O series would be much brighter in the opening at least. Oh, I'm getting that pistachio. Nicely done. That is a nice little addition. That is kind of like an X factor in this kind of fragrance because you're going to get a lot of suntan lotion type fragrances that are cheaper than this, right? That's your reviewer should have that in the back of their mind. Okay, suntan lotion fragrance. Okay, there's a lot in the cheaper end. You can get this at Bath and Body Works if you want. If it's straightforward, you need some complexity. Make it a perfume. Make it interesting, right? Yeah, a little bit of that green cardamom as well. Soft tuberose. The YLANG's coming through as well. Not getting much coconut here up top, but the YLANG is kind of bringing you to the beach, right? Not coconut. So I know it's a base note, but a lot of these fragrances, these beachy things, will have a pronounced coconut in the back end, and you'll smell it immediately in the fragrance. Not here. This is really neroli ingrained YLANG tuberose, so it has that waxy, creamy, white floral aspect, suntan lotion-ish vibe, yes, which is exactly what I expect from this line. There's some green leafy undertones. The citrus, yeah, but the citrus is burning off already. The jasmine, orange blossom are massive in here with the YLANG. There's a vanillic presence, so I'm getting a lot of that vanilla, tonka, amber, benzoin. There's a lot of vanilla, and just saying that, I feel the vanilla just saying it. There is a vanillic back end here. The florals are white, they're yellow, they're beachy, they're creamy, they're waxy. Honeyed sweetness as well. Some of these florals will do that. It has that sunny, fresh feeling to it. It's soft, beachy, classy. I could see a woman, and I'm thinking a woman, but a man can pull this off, but a woman in a white one piece with, she's wearing gold jewelry. Like the bottle. I'm thinking like a white one piece gold jewelry, bangles and everything, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm thinking like ultra rich. I'm on my yacht. That's where I'm going with this. It has a little bit of coconut coming through here, a little pinch of it, but don't expect heavy, at least from my nose right now, in the introduction at least. But it has that scent of like sun-kissed skin, a little bit of sea salt on your skin left over from maybe a swim from like hours ago. So there's a little bit of that. It has that white, sandy beach kind of scent profile to me. Summer vibe in a bottle, absolutely. And it's kind of like one of those, like I think I was talking about that, like Virgin Island water, where I wear Virgin Island water when I went to Aruba and I went to Dominican and things, places like that, and it felt like right in place, right? But it was when I was wearing that kind of fragrance, like kind of outside the box a little bit, that where people were noticing it, not at the beach, like beach parties and things like that. So at the end of the day, I kind of like this one. Like this is, it tippy toes, right? This is the kind of vibe that will tippy toe into, is this too expensive for what it gives you, right? And this is where people will draw a line. They'll be like, nah, this is the kind of vibe that, I might as well just wear sunscreen and I'm good to go, right? Why would I spend Tom Ford like money? Now, this is not private blend money, but it's still expensive. For me personally, it's a non-issue. This partial probably cost me $40 to $50 in a bulk buy. So it's an impossible price to actually kind of defend and go, oh, yeah, you paid too much for this. No, I didn't. It's well worth it. I think the one thing, like just to defend it a little bit, the one thing I'm noticing right now, I think this is much more built like a perfume, like a proper perfume, than let's say a body mist that can do this, or a cream or something. So there is little nuances. And again, I don't own any stock in Tom Ford. I have bashed a lot of Tom Fords. Look at my Azure Lime review, my Lavender Palm review. And you'll see there's some bad reviews on brands that I like. Yes, I do like this brand. There's no need to defend a brand or a fragrance with all of you out there. I'm just telling you from my expertise, this is a well-built perfume in that lane. Yeah, there is some nuances in here that I really, really like. Yeah. So now that you heard my side, my take, I'm really curious to see what the community, and I know like Tom Ford, unless it goes like really crazy or really, highly popular, fragrances, it's going to be really polarizing in the comments. You're going to get the Tom Ford haters in the comments in regards to this kind of stuff. Like, this ain't worth more than $50. Might as well get a Bath and Body Works spray. Might as well just wear suntan. I can feel it in the comments already. I like this one, and there's got to be a reason why they've put this back in the signature line in 2025 in the new bottle, right? It must have done well. And there is something in here that I think is worth sniffing. It might not be your thing, but I think it's worth a sniff in that kind of genre. But that kind of genre might not be your thing. these kind of fragrances. But the one thing I can say is the coconut in here, I don't think this would be, maybe the original has more coconut in it. I don't know. I should sniff out the original, but don't expect that. I think it's more heavily on the florals and all different other pieces. There is some good vanilla piece in here. There's some good citruses in here. They're fading. The pistachio was interesting. It's in there. Yeah. So I can't wait to see the comments. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? I don't own any stock. You can hate Tom Ford releases as much as you want. Go right ahead. You can overhype this thing, give it a 10. I wouldn't go that far. I would say it's a solid release. And if you can get it like I did, right? Get a partial from somebody that didn't really like it or didn't jive. I'm sure you can find a partial on a Facebook group, eBay or something for under $100. For sure. I just really hit the lottery with that. I think that mega haul of those 5 Tom Fords where somebody was just clearing out their collection, I guess, and I got them for like basically $50 each kind of thing. So we'll see on the rest of them, but today, this one, it's good. It's good. So as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.